Hey everybody, welcome to our High River Facebook Live. We get to do two on this Friday. It's a very exciting Friday. So welcome to the gazebo, Wally and Liz. And we had them join us on a Facebook Live back in September in 2017. You may or may not have seen that and joined some of the conversation we had after there was a very devastating earthquake in Mexico, where Liz is originally from. And you guys came on and chatted with us about opportunities for how we could really reach out and have a global impact from a local level. And I think it's really kind of cool. And Wally, being a part of the Rotary Club, this is something you guys, I think, kind of do often, don't you?
Yes, we do, Jody. Rotary International has a foundation, and through our foundation we collect funds and things to do international projects, and there's grants available, that kind of thing as well. So Rotary is 1.2 million people in the entire world, and we're in just about every country you can imagine doing good in the world. So one of the things I get to do with the Rotary Foundation is go visit some of those projects, and it's just amazing the kind of good things we're doing in the world and the work that we're doing everywhere. But back to Mexico, we wanted to tell people a little bit about what was the result of our piggy bank project, and we probably saw these around town in various places.
Yeah. And we fed the piggy banks, and then we were just kind of curious, like, once we put our donations in here in High River, where did they go after that?
Sure. So they went to 3 states in Mexico, the state of Puebla, the state of Morelos, and the state of Oaxaca. And we funneled the money through Rotary clubs there, because we're not experts on what's happening on the ground in Mexico, but the Rotarians in Mexico certainly are. And said, here's some money, do whatever you want with it to aid people with the earthquake. That was our intent. And the need obviously was and still is tremendous. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But the cool thing was that we needed money on the ground right away to do whatever, and we raised over $6,000 in less than 10 days.
Oh yes, thank you to the High River community.
Yes, yeah. Indeed. So that money was divided equally in 3 ways. So a little over $2,000 Canadian went to each of the 3 states, and the majority was used for immediate needs, water bottles and whatever was needed, much like we had in High River. People came running with water and supplies and all the rest, so that was our idea to aid in that respect. But an interesting result of that was what would happen in Oaxaca. Do you want to talk about the ovens?
Oh yes, well, we got a notice from Bonnie Ganske that she traveled from the Rotary Club with Sylvan Lake to the Ciudad Hidalgo in Mexico, in Oaxaca, and she saw the necessity that people need ovens, stoves, making with brick. It's not a conventional stove that you know here.
We would have no idea what to do.
Yes,
it's made out of brick.
It's very, very different making with brick, and where people is doing totopos to survive, and these places are managed for families. The economic development is in the woman's hands, and they can do anything without this. And 3 families already got the stoves. Thank you to High River and the donations of all the community, and thank you to the Rotary Club, because I came with this small idea from my heart to trying to help and support Mexicans, and they make it for real a big thing. I can't believe it. And that is the differences between country for the first world and another country for another, like mine for the third world. But it's a way to get connected, get love, and show the amazing spirit that the human beings have. It doesn't matter where we are, right? Yeah. And I found this place, now it's my home, but I'm still having my feelings about Mexico. And I said, okay, I need to be part of both places at the same time, and thanks God that we have a lot of resources that we can use, and we can imagine how can pass borderlines and make impact in people in a positive way. And I don't have words to express my gratitude to all the High River and this space to let us to come to all of you And thank you to Western Financial for the donations of these.
Yeah.
And to go all around and all the places that hosted, and thank you to everybody to help us. Thank you.
Yeah. And also we have to thank the Mexican Rotarians as well for helping to distribute the funds. So necesitamos dar un gran gracias con un abrazo de nosotros en Canadá a los mexicanos rotarios.
Sí,
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
A todos ellos,
You
muchas
took the
gracias.
words right out of my mouth and
Muchas
then translated
gracias.
them.
Muchas gracias a todos por ayudarnos y también a las asociaciones mexicanas en Calgary porque nos han dado apoyo y esto solo fue el inicio de una nueva etapa porque esto aún no ha terminado.
So it's a beginning phase, and this was our phase one, as Liz was saying in Spanish. And thanks to the associations and Mexican associations of Calgary as well, we're working together with our phase 2 and phase 3 projects. Our phase 2 project right now is we're writing a global grant through the Rotary Foundation that we're about to submit. We're just doing a budget on Sunday. So all you guys watching this, come to the budget
Ooh,
meeting.
yay, budget meeting. We have snacks at least?
Oh, there'll be snacks, sure.
Yes.
But through our Rotary District and donations from 3 Rotary clubs, the Rotary Club of Downtown Calgary, Rotary Club of Sylvan Lake, and the Rotary Club of High River,
Yes.
who supported it financially. We received, we wrote 3 different grant applications to our district, and we're successful in all of them. So that district money will be matched by the Rotary Foundation. That's the next step. We have to do
Awesome.
an application to the Rotary Foundation. So it means that for every dollar we're putting in here, it's generating about $6 after we get through all the processes and all the steps, which is quite a long process at times and a little discouraging filling in all the paperwork, but we're getting there. So we have one more step to do is do the submission to the Rotary Foundation, and once we have a match there, we should be having a budget of about $60,000 US that will go into a construction technology training program, and as a part of that, as the practical part of the theory, our construction technology students will be going out on weekends working with our NGO, which is called VEEM, which is Viviendas Emergentes. So, hello, Vanessa. And they're really hardworking building houses out of recycled plastic bottles.
Which
So
is so cool.
Well, it's very cool. It's going to give us a real benefit to the ecology for starters. So we'll clean up the plastic in the environment. Plus, we'll be able to start up recycling businesses there as well, because all of a sudden the bottle you were throwing away becomes something like it's a brick. We can use that to build houses. So we're changing cultural attitudes as well, and starting some recycling and helping the environment and building houses. So our students will be able to build houses as the practical part of the project. So that's the idea of our grant application that we're making to the foundation, and we hope we're successful with that. We'll know in about another 3 months or so, and we'll come back with more news.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and I think what's really cool at the end of the day is it shows the power of an idea, heart and passion, and collaboration, and the power that can have. So whether you're thinking of helping something globally, or you're wanting to do something just locally within High River, all you got to do is just say it out loud once to somebody, and we can continue to kind of spiral that. And now we have this really cool relationship with families and communities in Mexico, and it feels like, between our High River and Mexico, we have this, next little family bond, and we're going to share some pictures. You can see them on the Ireri-Smiles Facebook page, but we're also going to put it on the ourhighriver.com blog, and on there you'll get to see what this stove looks like. And I love not only that we could meet some immediate needs, but I think, not that I want to sound like, okay, we've been through a natural disaster and now we know everything, but I think we have a different heart. A lot of us
empathy than most
have
people.
a totally different perspective on what that looks like and how that feels, and then how we can do it. And now these 3 families have these incredible stoves where they can continue to make money, and it becomes a way to improve their quality of life as we've been able to improve ours back. And I just, the story all around makes me so happy.
Yes.
It's so cool.
We're quite
Thank
excited.
you.
It's amazing. We've got three Mexican Canadian community groups working together, 3 Rotary clubs in Canada, and the communities here in Alberta and High River working with an NGO in Mexico and Rotarians in Mexico and Mexicans from their communities as well.
For the first time, the creation, the community corps.
Oh yes, we have to talk about
Fuerza Mexico Alberta.
Yes, put a plug in for that. Yes.
Now's your chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a Rotary Community Corps, which is unique in that normally a Rotary Club in Canada will be working with a Rotary Club in Central America, and they'll have a community focus group called the Rotary Community Corps working within their community to determine what the community needs are. And in our case, our Rotary Community Corps is in Canada, made up of Mexicans in the Mexican community, working with their cousins, aunts, and relatives in Mexico. And we're also part of that, which gives them access to Rotary grants and expertise of getting the grants done and then finding money and organizing things and getting it done. So,
Which is
it's a huge
really
international.
cool.
Yes, and
huge
proudly we
international
can
deal.
say that that idea was born here in High
A
River.
made in High River idea.
It was a made in High River idea. I love it. And now, like the options of where that goes is kind of endless at the end of the day, which just makes for really, really cool things happen in High River.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yes,
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you. That's why I love this community. I'm so proud to be part of it.
Yeah, well,
Thank
we're glad
you.
to have you
Thank
and
you.
Wally and all the great crew here. It's just it's really cool, and I
Yeah.
love to see from a little idea to a community corp.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Totally
wow.
unexpected.
You bet.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, yes.
Yeah. So thanks
Awesome.
very much.
Well, thank you guys so much, and we look forward to keep in touch and let us know how things progress and what else happens, and maybe by the next time we come on a video, I will know how to speak a little bit more Spanish. We'll see. We'll go for that. I maybe need to start a funding page of my
We
own
can start
to
with
teach me.
muchas gracias.
Yeah,
Muchas gracias.
muchas
It's over.
gracias.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
adios.
I'm like, I know goodbye. That's an easy one. But anyway, have a great weekend, and thank you so much.